They tested positive for COVID-19, then negative, all within 24 hours. So which test was right? FOX 6 investigator Brian Polson introduces you to two viewers who never met each other, but share a very similar story of conflicting results and why a top health official says he knows which results they should trust.
I didn't know what to think.
Charlie Jones would rather be working, but he can't go back just yet.
I was feeling really pretty crummy in the morning.
On July 16th, the heavy equipment operator went to the UMOS National Guard testing site in Milwaukee to find out if he was infected with COVID-19. They told him it could take up to a week to get results.
I wanted people at work, everybody else to know what was going on sooner than later.
So Jones convinced his doctor to get him a second test at an Aurora drive-up site in Burlington the next day. But the results gave Jones a mixed message. One test was positive, the other negative.
So is it a false positive or a false negative?
How do you know?
You don't know.
A similar thing happened to Yasmin Cameron, who thought her pre-surgery test at Aurora St. Luke's was just a formality until COVID-19 was detected.
I instantly got freaked out. Like, I'm not showing any of the symptoms. I've not had a headache, a fever, like a cough, anything. And I'm just started thinking about the people that I've been around.
Skeptical of the results, she got a second test at a National Guard site that came back negative.
And I asked them, I'm like, can the virus die in a day? And they're like, there's no way the virus can die in a day.
But the positive results meant no surgery for Yasmin and no work for Charlie.
It's actually pretty rare.
Dr. Jeff Potoff says it's uncommon for people to be tested more than once in the first place, and even less common to get conflicting results. But
with tens of thousands of people being tested, even things that are relatively rare as it pertains to testing are certainly happening.
The chief quality officer for UW Health says the most accurate test is the nasopharyngeal or deep nasal swab, which is right about 99% of the time.
As far as medical tests go, that's about the best that we can do.
But many community testing sites, including all of the state's National Guard sites, use a shallow nasal swab test, which Dr. Potoff says has a bit more room for error.
So you lose a little bit of sensitivity and specificity, but you can test, many more people much quicker.
For both Charlie and Yasmin, one thing is clear. One test was right, the other wrong.
Do you think you had COVID-19 or not?
I believe I probably did.
I believe the negative, just based off the fact that I'm not sick.
Dr. Potoff says he would trust the positive result.
If I was in Vegas, I'd be putting all my money on that you're actually positive for COVID, because at some point, the RNA for COVID-19 was on that swab that came out of your nose.
It's more likely, he says, that a person with a low viral count could get a false negative and still be infectious.
It's the better safe than sorry thing, is what I see, and I get it.
But erring on the side of caution comes at a price.
It impacted a whole crew. And it impacted a bunch of people.
I have doctor's appointments for other health issues that are going on that I have to miss. Not going to work means I'm not bringing in any money right now. So just erring on the side of caution is like making me even more anxious than actually finding out if I have it.
Brian Polson, Fox 6 investigators.
I know what you home detectives are thinking, and here's the answer. To be clear, Charlie and Yasmin each had one test at a hospital drive-up site and one at a National Guard testing site. However, Charlie's positive test came from a National Guard site, while his negative came from the hospital. For Yasmin, it was the other way around. Stephanie, I know you were thinking that.
Oh, without a doubt. Thanks for clearing it up. But yeah, still lots of questions remain, right?